Welcome to the 10-point purchase plan. This is a series of 5 things we liked, hated, and nitpicked, because no game is perfect and no game is complete trash. Today's Bloodborne. Sorry it took me so long, but I was busy platinuming it, so I think I have a good general idea of the good and the bad. The first reason to buy Bloodborne is the amount of content it gives you. The game itself will take you around 8 hours at least to complete, but you also get multiple endings and a randomly generated dungeon called the Chalice Dungeon. Basically, once you've gone through the game 3 times with increasing difficulty, you can then jump into random dungeons and never know what's coming. And you know, pull your hair out. The first reason to not buy Bloodborne is the invasion system. In my experience, invasions barely happen, and once you've learned what the bell ringer is, you can run right to her and prevent any PvP from happening. So what this creates is a situation in which invasions barely happen outside of an area where the game really pushes for it. If you're looking for some PvP like Dark Souls, it just won't happen that often. The second reason to buy Bloodborne is the graphics. This is a next-gen experience. Every swing sprays blood, every environment looks amazing, the way the fire flickers right down to the beams of sunlight all look amazing. Even simple things like the way certain capes move on your character is just mind-blowing. The second reason to not buy Bloodborne is the loading times. While the graphics are amazing, you definitely take a hit on the load times. They are massively long and it will take minutes each time. While at first this isn't annoying, when you find yourself dying to a boss multiple times and then you wait for your co-op partner to rejoin you, they get really annoying. But actually, there's been a patch recently that added an item description, so at least you have something to read. But they're still long. The third reason to buy Bloodborne is the fact that the combat is fun. It feels very Dark Souls, but fast. The game wants you to be jumping in and continuing the combat and not holding back by holding up your shields. And this is done by allowing you to heal some damage dealt every time you hit an enemy if you attack them fast enough. This, combined with the combo and pairing system, leads to a fast and furious and very fun combat system. The third reason to not buy Bloodborne is that you really can't build your character like in Dark Souls. While there are some minor tweaking like how much health you have or the direct damage you're able to deal, the fact is everyone will basically fall into the same strength, HP and stamina build due to a lack of weapons and armor options. The spells that do exist in the game are practically hidden, and the guns, while awesome, just take too many points to make them a viable long-term option for combat. The fourth reason to buy Bloodborne is the server responsiveness. Through my entire run with the gameplay, I never run into any real problems with lag or poor connection. While it takes a few minutes to connect directly to people, sometimes the game seems to ensure that you have a solid connection once it does, creating a very solid PvP and co-op experience. The fourth reason to not buy Bloodborne is the covenants. They're absolutely pointless if you don't plan on PvPing. As a matter of fact, you can freely switch between them, as there's no rewards for being a part of a faction. Actually, forget what I said, I lied. You get a gesture. Yay. The fifth reason to buy and not buy Bloodborne is a combination of the PvPers in the game. Heads up, I'm gonna be ranting. It's a truly exciting experience when you find yourself invaded. But what ruins that experience is when someone just shows up, hides, and waits, because you can't leave the area or do anything until you've been killed or you've defeated them. So if your enemy's just hiding in some obscure spot, waiting to jump you and force you to rerun the area, you're frustrated, looking for this person, hoping to kill them so you can continue your normal game. It's annoying. So I basically started backing out of the game and then coming back in when someone hides like that because it just ruins the experience overall. And if you quit out of the game, it kicks them out and saves where you were. Don't get me wrong though, when you're running through and clearing an area and your enemy runs to you and starts fighting, dragging in monsters after monsters, and you find yourself overwhelmed and outnumbered, but still win, it's an amazing feeling. But this whole point is more of a nitpick. It just comes down to how the people want to handle things. So overall, I highly recommend this game. If you enjoyed Dark Souls, there is not even a question about it, pick it up. If you like a challenging and difficult game, such as playing games on the hardest difficulty, then check the game out. I'm Zod for Eligible Monster, and I'll see you guys next time, right here.